What if the secret to perfect beauty was slowly killing you inside? Would you still use it every single day without questioning it? In the 1800s, this was not a horror story, it was reality. Women across Europe were swallowing poison just to look more beautiful. They believed it was a miracle solution for flawless pale skin. But in truth, it was a slow and silent killer inside them. Every morning she took a small tablet with complete confidence. She believed it was transforming her into the perfect version of herself. When she looked into the mirror, she saw progress every day. Her skin appeared smoother, lighter, and almost porcelain-like in tone. People around her started noticing and complimenting her delicate appearance. They admired her beauty, never suspecting the truth behind it. That tablet contained arsenic, a deadly poison known for centuries. In small doses, its effects were not immediately obvious or painful. This made it even more dangerous because it created false trust. Her skin began to look clearer, with fewer blemishes and imperfections. To her, this was proof that the treatment was working perfectly. But in reality, her body was beginning to suffer irreversible damage. With each passing day, she slightly increased the amount she consumed. She believed that more would bring faster and better beauty results. Her confidence grew stronger as her appearance seemed to improve externally. Yet inside her body, a silent collapse had already begun. At first, the symptoms were small and easy to ignore. She felt tired more often but blamed it on daily stress. Soon, dizziness became a frequent and uncomfortable experience. Sometimes her breathing felt strange, faster, and harder to control. But she refused to stop because beauty felt more important. Would you take that risk if you truly knew the consequences? Perhaps she did not fully understand or chose not to believe it. Society had convinced her that pale skin meant elegance and perfection, and to achieve that perfection, she was willing to sacrifice anything. Her skin continued becoming paler, almost unnaturally white over time. But that pale color slowly lost its warmth and life. Her face began to look less human and more like a fragile mask. Still, people told her she looked more beautiful than ever before. This is where the story begins to turn darker. Her hands sometimes trembled without warning or any clear reason. Her appetite weakened and her stomach remained constantly unsettled. Sleep became difficult, leaving her restless and emotionally unstable at night. Yet she never stopped taking the poison she trusted so deeply. Why did she continue, even as her body was failing her? Because she had become addicted to the results she was seeing. She feared that stopping would take away her beauty completely. That fear pushed her to consume even more of the deadly substance. One day she noticed something deeply alarming in her reflection. Her hair was starting to fall out in noticeable amounts. Each time she brushed it, strands remained trapped in the bristles. Still, she convinced herself it was temporary and would pass. But nothing about this process was temporary anymore. By now, arsenic had spread throughout her bloodstream completely. It was slowly poisoning every major system inside her body. Her organs were weakening, struggling silently to keep functioning normally. Her kidneys were beginning to fail under the toxic pressure. Her body was sending desperate signals, begging her to stop. But those signals were ignored, drowned by her desire for beauty. Is beauty worth losing your life for in the end? In that era, the answer for many was shockingly yes. Social pressure was powerful enough to override fear and logic completely. One day, everything changed in a sudden and terrifying moment. She felt a sharp pain that forced her down to the ground. Her breathing became shallow, her vision blurred into darkness. Her body could no longer endure the damage it had taken. Her family rushed to her side, confused and deeply afraid. They could not understand what had caused such a sudden collapse. A doctor was called urgently, hoping there was still time. After examining her condition, he suspected severe poisoning immediately. When he asked about her daily habits, the truth was revealed. She had been consuming arsenic wafers every single day without fail. What she believed was beauty had been destroying her from within. The doctor tried everything possible to save her fragile life, but the poison had already spread too far through her system. Her body had reached a point beyond recovery or healing. And then came the moment that ended everything forever. A beauty routine meant to perfect her had taken her life. The most tragic part was what people said about her afterward. Even near the end, they still called her incredibly beautiful. No one realized how much pain she had been hiding inside. Her pale skin matched the ideal everyone admired so much. But behind that appearance was a story of suffering and loss. This was not just the story of one single woman. Thousands followed the same dangerous trend during that time period. Arsenic wafers became widely popular as a beauty secret. People recommended them to each other without understanding the risks. Companies even marketed them as safe and effective solutions. Does this sound familiar, even in today's modern world? The names and products may have changed over time, but the pressure to look perfect still exists everywhere around us. Back then, it was arsenic hidden inside beauty treatments. Today, it could be something else we blindly choose to trust. So the next time you see a trending beauty solution online, pause for a moment and question what it truly contains, because not everything that promises beauty is actually safe. And sometimes the most beautiful transformations hide the darkest consequences.